There's just too much heat. There's just too much heat on the market right now. I bring you daily drops from Tokyo, Japan, but not this week. This week I'm dropping in more than daily drops, which is seriously a ridiculous thing to do. Most people don't do daily drops on YouTube, and here I am doing more than daily drops, and I have a full-time job, and I have a young family at home, but there's just too much heat out on the market right now. There's too much coming down the line, and I was like, I can't choose which ones to bring. I only have like 5-6 days out of my rotation to give to sneakers. There's vlogs in there as well. There's shoe butter tie-ups and everything like that. So there's just too much heat. So I'm bringing you extra content. If you're a regular viewer and you're wondering, why am I getting more than a daily drop from Tokyo Butter 23? That's why. There's too much out there and I just can't choose. So an extra video coming at you, and there'll be a few of them because there was like 5 videos on top of the regular ones that I wanted to do. So there'll be a bunch of extra videos coming your way. This is one of them, as today we look at the Nike Air Jordan 11 Metallic Silver Women's. This is the Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel. Tokyo Butter 23 Sneaker Channel です。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください. And every single day, I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews, and information about the butter movement. The butter movement, very simply, very rare sneakers. Bang! There's an extremely rare collection of sneakers. Costed at maybe more than $1 million. Some people say more than $5 million. If you're interested in that kind of thing, definitely check out that video there. But we're off. We've gone rogue. We're doing extra videos outside of my normal rotation, and I'm dropping this video for you today because, well, there's 2 reasons I'm dropping it. One is because it's fire, and I just couldn't not review this sneaker, and if I'd left it too long, I wouldn't have been able to review it because it would have dropped, and I always do reviews about upcoming sneaker releases. And the other is because I always try to put women's sneakers in the rotation as much as possible, and I always make a point of saying that I don't like that they have women's sneakers. I think all colorways should be available to all people. If it's pink, it's women's. You know, that's that kind of thinking, I think, is old school, and we need to update that a little bit. So I always have that opportunity to make my case for equality. Now, before we get into looking at these women's Nike Air Jordan 11 Metallic Silvers, this is a YouTube channel, and YouTube channels need subscribers. So please do hit that subscribe button down below, especially if you appreciate a hard-working family man bringing you more than daily content. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say in Japanese at the start of every one of my videos, Toroku yoroshiku onegaishimasu. 人のいいねもクリックすると助かるので、ぜひ登録やいいねをクリックしてください. And also do make sure you hit that like button down below. If I don't ask, you don't click it. If I do ask, you do click it. So hit that like button for me down below. Okay, now let's have a look at these sneakers. Like I said, this is outside of my regular rotation. I wouldn't normally bring you an extra video like this. So I don't really know where it's going. I haven't researched it the way I'd normally research these and set the video up the way I'd normally set the video up. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to work this out and get this content on top of the daily content, on top of the work, on top of the family life. So without further ado, the Nike Air Jordan 11 Metallic Silver. Now, the first thing I want to say is I had no idea this was coming down the line, and it's coming down the line soon. November the 30th, these guys are due to drop. Everybody, when you say Nike Air Jordan 11, everybody for this season, we're looking at the breads, and it's been a talking point for the entire year that people have been kind of getting excited about that. So these Metallic Silvers came out of left field for me, but that doesn't mean to say that I'm not going to talk about them, because I am, and I think they're a fire sneaker. Overall, I think they look great. I'm not a huge fan of patent leather, so 11s usually I'm not on board with because I'm not a huge fan of it. I know it's iconic, I know it's Space Jam, I know everybody talks about it and stuff, but you know, I'm a straight shooter, I call it how I see it, and how I see it is I'm not a huge fan of patent leather, and I don't really like the Air Jordan 11s. So to see one come along that carries the same structure and the same silhouette without patent leathers, I'm actually a bit of a yes man on that. I like that. So overall, I like the sneaker because it doesn't have the patent leather on it. Overall, I like the sneaker because I think they've got the balance of the colorway right. The white, well, predominantly white upper, and then that silver loop where the patent leather normally would be. I think they complement each other well. So I say yes, I think overall this sneaker is a great looking sneaker. But then when you have a closer look at it and look at some of the details on it, Some of them are your classic Air Jordan 11 detailings and branding points, and others are specific to this shoe. It's just a really fine looking sneaker. I like it very much. So I'm going to flip us around a little bit and go on to the back, the heel of the sneaker. And I'm deliberately cutting the picture behind me up a little bit here so that all you can see is the 23 in that kind of elongated font on the heel and ankle section of these sneakers there. Again, it's in that silver color to match the loop. Can we call it a loop around the it's not a mudguard, is it a mudguard? Maybe it's a mudguard. Around the mudguard, the loop, the silver lettering with the 23 on the back of these sneakers there matches the rest of the aesthetic of the sneaker very, very well. And then slightly, and this is why I'd cropped that image behind me in a particular way, and hopefully now it's become apparent and I've zoomed out or something, but then you've got that silver jump man hanging around on the lateral side of the ankle, so it's offset. It's not right on the back on the ankle section. It's on the sort of lateral side of both the left and the right sneakers. It kind of reminds me of the Air Jordan 4 cool greys. So there were the breads, which dropped back in spring, and then the cool greys, which dropped in autumn. And they were the only colorways that I liked of all the fours that dropped this year for the anniversary of the 30th anniversary of the fours. And that silver jump man on the back of these guys reminds me of those cool greys that also had a silver jump man on the back there. So a couple of really nice details, a couple of really nice touches on the back of the sneaker. And then if we go down below and have a look at the outsole, one of my favorite outsoles of all time. I love a translucent outsole, especially if it doesn't yellow, you know, Air Jordan 6s and all that. So these guys here with that translucent, heavily translucent, it's not even semi. I reviewed something, what was it now? It's the foam posits, shattered backboard foam posits, which have a semi-translucent border around their outsole. These guys have a fully translucent outsole with just a couple of white panels in there, and then you've got that jump man right in the middle for added effect, which looks right through to I think it's carbon fiber below. It's hard to see in the images, but I think it's carbon fiber below on that midfoot shank. So all in all, top to bottom, you know, top to toe, the whole thing I think is a really fine looking sneaker. It kind of, like I say, it irritates me when I find these women's sneakers, as if only women should wear a sneaker like this. I would be fine rocking this myself. I'm sure it won't come in my size because I'm a 12.5 US. But maybe they'll do a bigger size run that will work for people like me. So, but it was just a sneaker I couldn't let pass by. I couldn't let it go by in the rotation. I had to do it. I had to be like, nah, I'm not going to cut it. There were seriously, when I was reviewing the sneakers for this week, there were 10 sneakers I wanted to review. There were more than 10. I think I had maybe 15, but 5 of them I could cut because I knew I could come back to them like next week or later than that. But these guys have to be this week, and I was like, right. Well, I'm going to do more than daily content. So coming at you, more than daily content from Tokyo, Japan, the Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel. Hopefully you appreciate more than a video a day. I hope I'm not saturating the market and people are like, oh God, there's butter again. But I just couldn't let them go. I couldn't say no. I'm passionate about my sneakers. I'm passionate about my channel, and rather than just take the easy option and say, didn't have the time, I'm going to go for it and try and put in more than daily content. So that's my look at the Nike Air Jordan 11 Metallic Silver Women's. Fine looking sneaker if you ask me. Butter movement stuff, as I do at the end of every video, I do talk about the butter movement a little bit. We do have that butter movement game, Shoe Butter, Shoe Matsu, going on right now in the regular videos. This video will not drop at 7 p.m. Japan time. I do my daily drops at 7 p.m. Japan time to line up with the Japan sneaker culture, because there's a lot of sneaker drops around about 6 or 7 p.m. in Japan and 8 p.m. too. And that's why I drop my daily content at 7 p.m. here. And this video, I don't want to drop it at the same time. I want to drop it earlier. So I'll probably drop it at 7 a.m. Japan time. So, and I'm not putting in the hints about Shoe Butter, Shoe Matsu, because I don't know what day I'll be able to put this video up. And I don't want to drop the wrong hint on the wrong day. So if you're playing that Shoe Butter, Shoe Matsu game, I put a link explaining the game right there. But if that's what you're interested in playing, check out the 7 p.m. Japan time drops. Maybe hit the notification bell so you can definitely get all over that and find find those drops and get those hints and play that game. So I am still playing that game, but this video itself isn't for that game. This is for the extra videos that I'm doing throughout this week. Okay, now I've got, like I said, there's 4 other videos that I'm going to do this with. So this week, potentially, I could drop as many as 12 videos for the channel, which is utterly insane. If you appreciate that kind of commitment and dedication, subscribe to the channel. It's hard work and it's a grind, but I don't mind doing it because I'm passionate about it. For now, though, it's time for me to check off, do what I do at the end of every single one of my videos, which is thank you guys for checking out my content. And because I do this at least every day, if not more at the moment, then I'm guaranteed, I'm not guaranteed, I can confidently say that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.